competition. It's in our blood, hardwired into the DNA. But what if your competition is yourself? Now, the enemy knows all your strengths, all your weaknesses. He can turn doubt into fear. He's in your head. And the only way to get him out, to shut him up, is to go to a place where even he won't follow.
I think the only way to really find out your limitations is to do it and see how far you can go before your breaking point.
In the world of dirt bikes, the breaking point is softened by landing in a big torn-up couch. It's a slow process for sure, but it maxes out both safety and imagination while inventing new ways to fly.
Foam pits are the key to progression now in where the sport's at. You got these tricks that you can progressively do on ramps, like seat grabs and all that stuff. But stuff like body varials, backflips, you kind of just got to do it, and if you don't land it the first time on dirt, you're dead. So you have to have a foam pit or pile of sand or something to try it on.
But as safety rises, so too does the difficulty of what's next. The equation doesn't bother Kyle Loza. He is an innovator, an explorer of uncharted territory. On his inverted 3D moto quest, he has made a fantastic discovery, one he calls the Electric Death. He prepares to share it with the world.
Loza, he's like, you know, I don't need the flip. Why do I need to do what everyone else is doing, or everyone else is trying to do a variation? Like, I'm gonna do something completely different. That's what's awesome about, you know, X Games, is that you don't have to do what everyone else does. You don't have to do what they do better. You just have to come up with something completely out of the blue.
Travis Pastrana knows this. In 2006, after perfecting in the pit, he'd up the bar in freestyle moto with the double backflip. Yeah, a double backflip. A maneuver that denies what dirt bikes were made to do.
For me, the double backflip, the scariest part going from foam to dirt was that I wasn't perfect in the foam pit. You know, I'd be about 6 for 10 in the foam pit, which is decent. But 7, 8, and 9, you know, you're going to the hospital, and 10, you're never getting up.
ESPN Films presents. Everybody, grab your board or start your engine. This is all without X-A-B-D. You wanna learn tricks from Bob Burnquist? He's the Zen master, perfect tennis after. Ricky Carmichael step up on a motorcycle. Old country boy terminating any rival. Kyle Loza, the style closer. He takes off like a rocket. He's so gothic. Travis Pastrana gonna do what he wanna. Don't trip, my double backflip a piranha. Boards, cars, and bikes. Don't get sideswiped. Hold tight. Prepare for the ride of your life. Danny Way's gonna do it Danny's way. He's bringing down the house. Forget Fannie Mae. Sean White, Mr. Sunset Strip. He was born for flight. Every run gets flipped. You fall down, you get back up, and you do it again. Next game, you're gonna do it again. If tricks could thrill, they probably will. See, this is all without X-A.
Staples Center, make some noise for all the riders!
It's pretty crazy knowing that today I gotta go out, and in order to keep my house that I live in and stuff, I gotta go try to kill myself. And I don't know, I don't really like it at all. Dirt bikes are not fun. They're scary and dangerous.
Los Angeles, California, Cities of Angels, it is on. The action sports thrill ride known around the world as X Games 14 is in full effect.
Best trick is about 100% commitment. If you're not committed on the takeoff, it's lights out on the landing.
He's looking for the 360.
Yeah, there it is.
Crazy as that? Very.
He's coming in. He just wants to show people he can do it.
He breaks it again.
Nice. Water gets the look. Check it out. I really want to be upside down. Makes it.
Huge KOD flip.
Good extension while he's upside down. Look at that one run on the dirt.
Matt Ravoux is a very solid competitor who has a huge bag of tricks.
Pokes the head through. Manages to stay attached to the bike. Oh, Ravoux nails it.
Came out here, extended it, made the rest down. He deserved that.
The mayhem thrills the freestyle faithful.
What's up, guys?
Travis is here, but not competing. He is coach and motivator of his lifelong friend, Jim DeChamp. Later in the week, DeChamp will be his co-driver in rally car. But tonight, Jim is here to take a page from Travis's book and do what no moto has done before. The high-risk front flip.
Hey, he's taking this side. He's taking this side. He's going to take this side.
It was simply a matter of time before someone decided to fight physics and flip forwards.
Oh, boy. Game time. Ah! Hey, that was
DeChamp knows the rotation, the backyard pit was the lab, but now he's got to put it down on dirt in front of the world.
Ah, come on, Jim. More confident than I am, man. I'm nervous over here. Oh, man, I hope so much in about a minute I'll be running up that hill and patting him on the back and be like, yeah, you nailed it.
Well, this is the guy who's bringing the innovation tonight. He's a mountain biker by trade.
Come on, we know you!
But somehow, Travis Pastrana has persuaded him to come into X Games.
You got it!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here it goes. Oh, and he's crashing.
Hey, you had it perfect. You had it perfect, dude. Oh, man, that sucks. I'm back. Why did he bail? He had it.
No, he didn't.
He had it.
He had lots of time to land it.
He had so much time.
Coming in to such a big event, he's never put the trick down on dirt. The world's biggest stage in action sports. It's time to throw down.
He backed out of it.
I agree.
Off the lip.
He
backed
took his head out of it.
Yep, second guessed it.
it looks like he opens up his head. Watch. He stops looking down, starts to pull up, and that looked like the end of the momentum right there.
Yep.
He has to come in hot because right at the end of the ramp, he's got to pull the front brake. Because if he hasn't got the brakes at the right time, it doesn't throw the bike around enough.
It's really, I mean, you can't back out of tricks like that. Good, he's getting up. That's good.
These guys,
Tough dude.
unbelievable.
There it is.
Freestyle motocross.
That's what it's all
skate.
about.
Dialed in. No, you're going to over-rotate.
Jim DeChamp is gnarly.
Gotta give him credit, dude. He laid it down.
And huge kudos to him. Will he be able to come back? We don't know.
Travis has a big investment here in the trick, but also Jim as his rally co-pilot.
I think it just came to a point where Pastrana's got him motivated to come here and try something. He's never been to X Games, first time in front of a huge crowd. The nerves get to you for sure.
Good job, Jim. All right, no second run then. You're out, right? You're good.
Travis Pastrana is the example and the inspiration in the sport of best trick. Here for the second year in a row, Scott Murray is trying to find the lightning of the double backflip. Last year, he was an X Games rookie like the champ is this time. Will the experience of crashing pay off tonight?
Scott Murray, a Youper from Upper Michigan. He is a guy that went out and wanted to do one trick, and he has made it his life's goal to bring it here to X Games.
Here he goes. He's down. He's up though, he's okay. He's okay. Look at that, football pads.
Wait a minute.
All that's gonna do is frustrate him.
To me, it looked like he wasn't really all straight into the takeoff. It looked like it was off from the beginning.
That's what happens when you cheat a backflip. You lean to the side to try to find the landing early, and that puts him into a sideways spin. I think he'll be back for a second try, and I think he'll be all right.
Well, the double back's still a one-man show for the moment. With Loza yet to drop, looks like Travis is heading to medical to find out whether Jim's coming out for that second attempt.
It went way better than you thought.
No,
as far as
and actually, his trick went. I was way nervous. He was going to under jump, under rotate. He had almost maybe an over rotation, perfectly to the spot that we wanted him on the backside. Everything was absolutely perfect, but the adrenaline, man, it just. When I did the double backflip, I had time to think about every single person in the stands. When he's doing the front flip, he's doing just a single rotation. It must have felt like it has nothing. Is he going back out or no? Cool, thanks. Sorry, thanks.
For now, these two friends are joined by the experience of looking the devil straight in the eye. Unfortunately, the champ blinked.
Risk. Jeremy Lusk, we know he's been talking about double grab, heart attack backflip. He's done it in the foam pit, Brian.
He texted me last night. He's like, man, I'm scared. I've never landed this on dirt. Here he goes. I think he's going to pull it.
Let's watch, people.
That's what's up. I don't care, dude. That's like, dude, Silver. Say, Silver, come on. Wow. You know what, anyway, I just give that dude credit because I know he was nervous. I just give him credit for coming out there, laying it down, beating his fears. That was legit.
And he's riding at the top of his game, but today he looked terrified.
I mean, this is, dude, to another level. To another level.
Okay, tonight's favorite, showing respect for the risk of his trick, has changed the name from the Electric Death to the Electric Doom.
All right, Kyle Loza, the Electric Doom innovator. We've talked about people being one-trick people. They're into one trick. Kyle is an innovator of big trick. Let's take a look.
There he goes. Boom! He's got it! What? He went in the tunnel! See you later. He'll be back tomorrow.
Scott will collect your gold medal.
Dude, I don't care. They better not say he crashed. He landed that, and he rode out of the tunnel, dude.
Unbelievable.
Game over.
Brian Deegan giving Kyle Loza a completion.
That's great.
And no rider's ever repeated as a gold medalist. We got 8 years, 8 champions. I think the Electric Doom is going to break that trend.
Boom, gets the twist out of the way. The varial extends to the Scorpion on the bike. There he goes, bar hop, twists over, grabs it, plenty of time to land it.
Unbelievable. Kyle
Look at
Loza
that.
has laid down something new and ridden out of it.
Not enough run out for him, basically, and he just exits stage left.
And we just heard, looks like the front flip will have to wait another year. Despite the urging of Coach Pastrana, Jim DeChamp is officially no mas.
He had it. He just, when you have so much adrenaline, that's what everyone was kind of talking about, but when you have that kind of adrenaline, time stops. It really does. And he felt like he was in the air all the way to the landing, and he had to get off because it wasn't rotating, but really he was only halfway through the jump. It's amazing, amazing what that does.
Next time?
Should there be a next time? We'll see.
Travis was successful first time out of the box. This is Scott Murray's third attempt at the double in 2 years.
I am mentally frazzled. I am excited but scared.
Cam, Brian, this is it. Is the third time a charm for Scott Murray.
He needs to get straight now. This is, he's straight in.
Faster. There we go, he's got it.
He's got it this time. Came in so much slower. And Scott Murray, his kryptonite, possibly the X Games.
He really looked like he had it there.
He had it perfect. It's almost like his suspension was too soft and it bounced him off. Disappointment for Scott Murray coming from Michigan and being dashed at the X Games 2 years in a row. Kyle Loza back-to-back best trick X Games gold medals. He was our youngest competitor here at 22 years of age, but Loza innovates, brings the heat.
People always have different reasons for why they do something, but bottom line is you find yourself in those moments that most people say, I can't. Most people say self-preservation. Most people say, what if? We say, what if, the other way. What if you land it? What if it is possible? It's just a different mindset. You know, it's worth it to some people, it's not to others, but I think the common denominator for all the guys that are top of their sports and action sports is that they're willing to take the chance and they're willing to get hurt because for them, it's well worth the risk. You know, some people climb Everest for it, some people bungee jump, some people skydive. I compete.
Rally Car is a street-legal road race that is all about precision, trust, and testing. Travis is kind of new to the sport, but growing up in motocross has helped him find the fast line to the top.
For me, rally was not only the next step, but for a body that, you know, is probably aged to about 50 years old just from all the injuries, it was a way that I could stay competitive and really keep my passion of racing alive. I say with age, get a cage.
Racing bikes was just the appetizer. His charisma disguises the wide-open approach to life. Travis just goes. It's an adrenaline disorder or something. Comfort comes not from healing wounds, but from testing limitations. Throw a challenge in front of him and Clark Kent becomes Superman. His heart and mind seem uncontrollable, taunting words such as safe and sane. He is a creature of freedom and flight.
Pastrana, he's just a nut. I mean, it blows my mind. I don't know why he'd want to put himself through that much pain half the time. I feel bad for him sometimes. I'm looking at him, it's just like, it looks like it's painful for him to walk sometimes.
Testing Fate has a scorecard. Entire football teams can't compare to his broken butt, broken jaw, ribs, wrists, ankles, shattered pelvis, 16 knee surgeries, 25 shoulder dislocations, etc., and oh yeah, too many concussions to remember.
He's definitely doing a lot of things I look at this point in his career and kind of scratch my head and go, does he really need to be doing that, or is that smart?
I mean, it's almost like he's having fun by taking so much more risk than the average person. I mean, I feel like he takes 100 times more risk than I do.
The whole, like, just go get it spirit Travis has influenced me. You know, it should influence everybody. Makes you want to get out and go do something and break yourself and get up and do it again.
You know, some people that are really gifted like that don't really know how hard some things are that they're doing because they don't have you know, the struggles or challenges most other people have to accomplish those things.
He just has like more of a, let's see what happens, you know? And he likes to egg people on into seeing how, you know, what it will take for you to cross your boundary.
You know, Travis, in a way, is a bit like me. You know, the throttle never goes this way. It's always like that. It's gotten us both in a lot of troubles, and it's gotten us both a lot of success.
Hey, grab a helmet and come on in. Just got a brand new roll cage put in her. Had a little accident last time. Make sure you go to the bathroom, though. Could get a little scary. Don't want you to wet the seat.
The most exciting thing that I've ever done. It's a whole new challenge with the team aspect, you know? It's not just you. You know, you got your mechanics, your crew, and learning the co-driver. It was like Swahili at first, and now everything flows, and it's something that I'm really passionate about.
Sports is all about kind of a, you know, individual and being your own expression, but rally cars is one of the few action sports that, you know, really involves a teammate, and you got to work together. He trusts his life with you, you trust your life with him, and you know, you have the whole crew and mechanics and all that come behind it as well. So it's my first real team effort. There you go. Does it matter which side up?
No, not really.
Not really.
See, a lot of people have always been about finding the quickest route from point A to point B, but it's not always the most fun. Rally is about making the best of the worst. I set my car up completely differently than my teammates set their cars up. I want to be sideways. I want to be in the air. You know, I want that thing to be hard suspension, so when I fly it, I can be thumbs up out the window going, this is awesome. And, you know, you learn how to drive a car differently.
His style places him in the winner's circle or broken down on the side of the road. Excitement is guaranteed. Cheering on DeChamp's front flip means a new co-driver here. The experienced and able Carolyn Boslett joins Travis for rally. Through an afternoon of fast and furious, there's significant damage, and the 12-car field is whittled down to the final. A showdown between number 199 and drift champ / stunt driver Tanner Faust.
You know what truly fuels me is the passion to wake up every morning and have something that you just can't live without. Every morning I wake up with the biggest smile, perma-grin pretty much. It's just exciting to do, you know, whatever we do, and I love being thrown into the deep end and sink or swim. Okay, you sink, we'll try something else. You swim, man, that was awesome. Let's try something else.
We bring it down to the battle for the gold, the battle for the championship.
Everything's a calculated risk, but when it comes time to X Games, that's when it's game on.
Travis is the wild child. Who's going to take it?
Travis comes off the line first.
Carolyn Bosley giving instructions to Travis Pastrana.
70, left 2, tighten, 50, right then left.
Travis is in the stadium now. Travis, he tags the wall. He's so concerned this is not where Travis needs to make the mistake.
for everybody. Oh, oh. And Travis has done it again.
Oh my God.
Travis on 4 wheels is safer than 2, but whenever he drives, you can expect your heart to take that what's gonna happen next trip up into your throat.
Not having risks and not having challenges and things where you put yourself out there, it'd just be so boring. I think that's why we do a lot of things that we do, is that it's challenging, it's something exciting, and every day is new.
As long as you understand that you can fail for like an hour and then succeed for 5 seconds, because when you make the trick, it's fast. Then you understand the process of learning new tricks, and you understand the process that, you know, with failure comes a possible connection in the end.
I think failure is essential to growth, just for the fact that when you fail, you learn what you messed up by doing it, or what you were trying to achieve, and you go back and you practice it and you make it better. Trial by fire, man. That's the only way to get better.
You can't just go out there and expect to nail that trick first try. I mean, sometimes it happens, and that's a good day, but, I mean, yeah, we always fall on every trick we do, at least once. I mean, not me, but a guy I know.
These sports evolve in parks, streets, and backyards around the world. This is where imagination and ability fight it out with gravity. This is where perfection is distilled from failure. All the effort, all the trial and error must have a release. It needs a colossal stage. It begs for dazzling incandescence. It lives for X Games.
It's just the whole event makes it bigger, so everything has to be bigger. You know, ramps, jumps, tracks. It seems like every year someone's always pushing that limit.
It's such a massive audience and big crowd, and it's our biggest event of the year. You have that inspiration. You get here and you feel it, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna put it down.
I realize that I'm not going to take this amount of risk every single weekend. But gosh darn it, this is X Games. This is our one chance to shine. No matter if you're show off or not a show off, this is your chance to show the world what you're made of.
The difference with X is that when you make it happen there, it goes everywhere, and people are aware and people know what's going on.
Tony Hawk's got something up his sleeve right here.
needs an A in history when you can get an X? This is where Travis explores and destroys new challenges. This is where Ricky Carmichael can quench his unrelenting thirst for competition. This is where Shaun White can show the world that board sports are not passing fads. This is where Danny Way ignores boundaries, launching the sport into a stratosphere never thought possible. Be it moto, board, or bike, the present is the past. Only the future has currency. And the wonderful struggle is aiming to be the first one there.
That's what X Games is about, progression. It's the only venue each year that rewards the effort. If you go out there and you throw a caution to the wind and you get close, you hit wheels down, you almost ride it out, you're not going to get penalized for that.
If you look at it as a human being, you have to progress, and if you feel like you got nothing else to learn, it's your time to go. You know, you have to always evolve. That's what we do.
Your sport does die if you don't keep progressing, and especially with what's been created with X Games and how many people, you know, the expectation every year for people to come back and take it to another level. It's like, if you don't push yourself, your soul dies.
You gotta have innovation everywhere, or else everything, you know, where would we be right now? Obviously, we don't take the same medicines as we did 20 years ago. You know, everything has to progress, or everything fails.
30 seconds. I think of it in two ways. I think of it in the sense of progressing to promote your sport and progressing just for yourself. If you hit your max of what you can do, there's a couple weird things that happen. I mean, where do you go from there? It's just kind of like everything stops.
10 seconds.
When I'm standing at the top, I always have something that just switches over in my head, and I don't know, I have this focus and I realize how much this all means to me. I get so upset if I can't put down the run that I had set out for. I'm shooting for the moon every time I put a run together. I always get out there and I just kind of, you know, it's like a shark attacking meat. My eyes roll back.
He has realized all of the potential of being labeled a snowboard prodigy at the age of 6. Where he was once the future, he is now the status quo.
Oh, you guys give it up for Shaun White.
Floating above the fray, he sees gravity the way some see evolution. It's just a theory. Like Jordan, Tiger, and Hawk, he is the face of possibilities.
Well, there's a strange point where I realized that I was at a certain level of success and all that, that there was no turning back. Success is funny. I mean, you got to take it with the lightest kind of whim of things, because you don't want to take it too seriously. I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's fun meeting new people and then having people come up to you and go, wow, I really enjoy what you do.
I always just think of how easy snowboarding would be for him. I mean, it already looks easy.
45
But
seconds.
how easy it would be for him to win an Olympic gold medal if he wasn't tinkering around with skateboards.
Yeah, Shaun.
Or play that role reverse and think of how much better and easier it would be for him to win X on a skateboard if he wasn't messing around with snowboards.
Anytime that you're like focusing in all these different directions, that you can't really focus in one direction, you're giving into a couple of things. But I think that with Shaun, when he's out snowboarding, it's helping him to like skate differently, and when he's skating, it's helping him to snow more technically.
Sean has that need to overachieve. 2 sports, 1 full calendar. Being the only athlete to win gold at X Games, Winter X, and the Olympics, Mr. White does not have an off-season. Snow to skate, skate to snow. It is all a constant.
I like to come out of the door swinging. If it's been a long snowboard season, I get to skateboarding, I'm fired up. I'm so ready to do my thing. That's really what pushes me because it's fresh every time. I've been in the cold mountains, I'm over it. I'm now home in California and I'm ready. I'm ready to learn new tricks. I'm ready to do whatever I set out to do last year but never got around to it. I've always thought about whether or not I could give up a sport and really focus on one full time, and I don't think I ever would or would want to do that, but it's a funny thing to think about. I would definitely choose skateboarding because of the fact that I don't feel like I've pushed it as far as I can go within that sport.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a rock star on the vert ramp, and his name is Shaun White.
Remote control skateboarder Shaun White, just so solid right now.
He's here at X to defend his vert gold in his second sport. A new trick is dialed in, the armadillo.
He got it!
He battles it out with Bucky Lasek and Pierre-Luc Gagnon. Being the best boils in his blood. Anything less than first is a disappointment. But today will be PLG's day, and his turn to stand atop the podium.
Every event's the same. I mean, I show up and I want to do it. I want to win. I mean, I really like third. I really like fourth or fifth. That's really good. Because then you're mad. You're like, gosh, this is awful. Like, I need to step it up. I need to do something to bring myself back to the top.
It's really undescribable, man. It really is. We have something that we were born with that you can't teach. The common denominator is, you know, just, you can't be second. You know, my drive out to practice, it's an hour. It's no traffic, canopy roads. I've done so much thinking on that drive to work, man. It's amazing, and how many times I've made that drive. I used to look forward to it because it was my time away from everybody, and I could really think. That was huge therapy for me. You know, when I look back in the rear view and see what I left behind, man, a lot of great memories, a lot of great people. You know, looking forward, the biggest thing, obviously, is my NASCAR endeavor. I'm not doing it just to try it. It's something that I can do and get that feel that I had on a motocross bike, and just something I can do for a long time and still get that feeling.
Welcome to the Carmichael Ranch. Equipped with a four-wheeled dirt drifter's paradise. It ain't Talladega, but it gets him turning a wheel instead of bars, and it allows him to look past the phenomenal two-wheel career that created an icon.
Ricky Carmichael, the GOAT, greatest of all time. You don't get that title easily. That's not something that's handed out, and there's not a single person in our sport that won't agree with that nickname.
I definitely didn't name myself the GOAT. Everybody calls me that, greatest of all time. I like RC. I don't like to toot my horn, like to let the results do the talking for themselves.
His results have more to say than a teenage girl with rollover minutes. 10 motocross titles, 5 more in Supercross, a crazy 150 AMA wins over 10 years. And it was from this mountain of achievement that Ricky performed his most amazing feat. That rare sight, the graceful dismount from number 1.
A lot of guys try to walk away at the top of the game, but they always seem like they want that one more year, or that one more win. No matter if I was winning or if I was losing, I was retiring that year.
Off in the corner of the 97-acre dirt bike heaven, there is a new hit, a new mountain to summit. Ricky has set his sights on X Games Step Up, high jump on a motorcycle, taking 230 pounds of machine straight up, over a bar and down to the ground. He trades horizontal for the vertical, stopwatch for tape measure, and velocity for gravity.
I want to be successful in something other than what I was supposed to be successful in. So that's why it's so important for me to take on a new challenge and do something that I wasn't supposed to do. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it right. It's easy. I don't need someone kicking me in the butt. I just need direction. You tell me what to do and I'll do it.
RC will duke it out with the defending champ, Ronnie Renner. This is the event that does not have a second place. Winner take all. Just the GOAT's game.
That hurts. I don't want to break any. I don't say it's going to be me, but I don't. Tonight to break records. My shoulder's killing me.
Well, Renner might have a banged up left shoulder, but this is the stage, and he knows how to muster up one night of fight. Now look, it's not the takeoff, but the landing that hurts. Slamming down to the dirt from these heights, it's like intentionally getting in a car wreck over and over. Bars at 32 feet, each rider gets 2 attempts per height. Next up, the master of the militia, Brian Deegan. 9 years at Step Up, no gold as of yet. This is his second go at 32 feet. Oh, yo!
Brian, instead of trying to whip over the top, he goes for the straight. He barely missed it, but the bad news is he's missed, but still not out.
Right.
He's
Actually, for the moment, he's safe. Okay, here is the Tomcat, Tommy Clowers. He's won the event 4 times, runner-up twice. Last year, he cleared 32, but he missed at 33 and finished second to Renner.
There we go, get over. Oh! Wow. Well, he made an adjustment too, and then just didn't get far enough out.
Like Deegan, he goes straight at the bar, and the height's there, but he hits on the way down. So he's got to watch and wait with Deegan.
Now you have the chance right now in this next jump to knock out 2 of your competitors. How high do you think you can go?
Well, I need to worry about clearing this. No one's cleared this height yet, but I think 33 might get the job done tonight for a gold medal.
They've come to see the greatest of all time do his thing. Listen to them. Here's RC at 32 feet.
What do you think, Ricky Carmichael, 1 shot up and over? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. That was heavy. The bike was off when he landed.
Deegan, Clowers, thanks for playing. This is exactly what the fans came to see.
Hey, take a look at this. Wow. Bye-bye.
Na-na-na-na.
Goodbye.
Well, the defending champ has his work cut out for him.
All right, and this is where we are, people. Mason, Deegan, Clowers, Bitey Bye. Carmichael over 32 feet. Ronnie Renner has 2 shots to try to take it to the next level. If he can't make either of these shots, Ricky Carmichael has achieved gold. What do you think? Is Renner getting over? I think Renner's getting over.
Oh, yeah. You know, Ricky, it was funny because Ricky said he thought 33 would get the job done, but what Ricky and Renner both just did there, I think they got a lot more than 33.
That's hard to say, Ricky and Renner. That actually happens to be Ronnie Renner's brother's name, Ricky Renner.
But take a look at this. Hello, adrenaline. Yeah, forget the stabbing pain in the shoulder. This is about winning. And by the looks of the way these two guys are clearing it, we could be here all night. Both Ricky and Renner have cleared the bar on their first attempt at each and every height.
All right, so it is stacked up. The greatest of all time, Ricky Carmichael versus your defending gold medal champion in the step-up, Ronnie Renner. There we go. RC making it look easy. Look how high he is above this bar. The man is living up to his mantra. There is no such thing as second place. Ricky Carmichael flying high. Get too crazy here, but Ricky Carmichael looked into his crystal ball a little bit earlier and said 33 feet is what it's going to take to win gold here. Renner just hit his first shot at 33. What do you think the odds are that this is it?
I think Renner's going to make some adjustments. I think he's going to make it.
Either we go to 34 feet or it ends right here.
Here we go. No.
Oh, he takes a bad crash.
Slamming like that hurts more than the shoulder. Look at this, Renner still getting up to salute the crowd. I think RC's gonna like the taste of X Games gold.
Throws it over at Ricky Carmichael. All right. I think, you know what I really think when we look back at that? Two great champions right there. Ricky Carmichael, gold medal, number 2 in his career. There he is, the greatest of all time, the greatest at Step Up tonight.
I think you have to not necessarily push the limits of your sport to where it's dangerous and risking your life. I think there's other technical ways you can make things happen to make it competitive to where the fans will like it.
I've got a really bad disease. It's got me begging on my...
Skateboarding became like my only place of refuge from a lot of the domestic turmoil that was taking place within our home. The environment was pretty toxic, so skateboarding was kind of like my exit. Getting acceptance was like, okay, I just gotta be crazier than everybody and be better at everything that they do. That was my only retaliation. I was too small to defend myself physically, although I tried. My skateboard was essentially my weapon. And, you know, I've always been really driven, self-driven, motivated. It's not like, you know, my whole career I've, you know, been in a battle with myself more than anybody else.
He always had a hard time with the pack. It's almost like he was a loner, you know, but in a way that, you know, he starts out alone and then he wants people to come with him.
The passion and the love for skateboarding is my first love. It's the marriage that I'll have for the rest of my life. As I've tattooed skate on my wedding ring finger. This is my first love and it will always be. We have a lifelong commitment together. I've always been into innovation and, you know, trying to progress skateboarding in a way that most people would have tried. The mindset I have is always to look beyond the box and try and do things differently or in a way that have never been done before.
So what ails you? What impels you?
I built my whole career pretty much on that model.
From sketch to reality, Wei has supersized skateboarding beyond believability, with a ramp that scares mortals and ignites the endorphins of a very select few. This is not a roller coaster. It is a 60-foot wave on a skateboard.
When Danny Wei launches the mega ramp and's backflipping a skateboard 75 to 80 feet through the air, I understand that. My grandma understands that. And he's really taken that sport and put it to where I cannot wait to go see what's going to go down next.
The Great Wall of China, granddaddy of man-made barriers. Many have looked to vault these ramparts without success. And no one has attempted it since a mountain biker tried and died in 2002. After all the international headaches to make this a reality, a test run the day before the jump would result in a broken ankle. History would be stuck on pause. Or would it?
You know, my whole foot was numb, which is obviously not good because everything on a skateboard is feeling. So, you know, I couldn't feel the edges of my board. I couldn't feel anything. So I had to look down at my foot before I dropped in, make sure it was in the right place and just trust and hope that, you know, it stayed in the right spot and it didn't give out. And I'm thinking, well, you know, is there some sort of bad luck here at the Great Wall? Is this going to be my day today?
Missing on the massive quarter pipe air does not taint being the first to jump the wall without a motor. And no one will do it on just one foot ever again.
Pain, like, fuels me. The more pain I feel, the more motivated I get. Like, it's like an angry motivation. I don't like it. It sucks. I'd rather have it all go smooth and everything work out just nicely. You know, I'd rather, you know, but I do go back to, yeah, it is sometimes rewarding to actually have to earn something, you know.
The Chinese believe life must have harmony. Thus, for Danny's hard-charging yin, there must be a free-flowing yang. Bob Burnquist fills that role and brings balance to the universe. The two are friends, bandmates and opponents, an intriguing relationship of creativity. Bob's home is a museum of skate, a place where an active mind finds playful lines on functional sculpture.
This backyard, I've dreamt about this since I was a kid, and it's actually beyond my dreams. I thought of a vert ramp, and all of a sudden I got this crazy vert bowl with an oververt, and then I got this loop that came up, and then a full pipe and a corkscrew that was built. You know, I was already happy enough with this, and that was just like beyond what I've ever dreamed.
Bob always reminds me of the guy on Street Fighter with the long arms or something. Is that weird? I don't know. Kind of like the organic guy that's out there on the ramp. I never know what he's going to do, but I'm always excited to see it.
I would say Bob is by far one of my favorite all-time skateboarders. He's like a cat. He's so limber and agile. His style allows him to maneuver out of things that clearly look impossible in the moment, and then for some odd reason he's rolling away, laughing, and you're completely lost for words and baffled by the fact that it happened. Bob also has the skill set and the talent to skate pretty much anything he wants to.
There is no such thing as you can't do that. I mean, that is not possible. You cannot have a mega ramp and a vert bowl and a corkscrew and a loop. You know, you can't, there's no restrictions in what can happen. And then once all that is there certainly isn't no restrictions in what you can learn on your skateboard, you know? And so it's all about dream it and believe it and work hard at it. Don't just let it come to you.
Bob B's unique style is mastered at the world's largest skate park, the one the Earth's only permanent mega ramp calls home. This gives the big cat more madness on the beast than anyone else, sessioning when he wants and how he wants. Still, there is a constant.
There's not one time I skate mega ramp that I'm not afraid, that I'm not shaking in some way, or that my adrenaline isn't kicking in because I know what I'm going to have to go through. Every time I'm going up, I'm just like making sure I'm checking my board. How am I feeling? You know, what am I going to try? Have I been skating it every day, or have I been off of it for like a couple of months? You know, what's that speed going to be? Once that first one happens, you start shaking, the adrenaline kicks in, and you're, all right, I can deal with it now. So you're managing your fear throughout the session.
For those with the guts to roll here, the Mega Gap is an invitation for innovation. In a testament to the talent, the gap has been somewhat tame, so new obstacles must be added to increase technicality. Of course, paint a stunning picture here, and your masterpiece is only half done.
It's a good day to fly today.
There is still the quarter pipe, and it is the quarter pipe. Or more correctly, the speed carried into it. That offers not only the biggest tricks skateboarding has ever seen, but the potential for the worst slams the sport will ever encounter. This nightmarish creature actually makes skating fun for yin and yang. This is where the sport is at its adrenaline best. Watching opposing forces that are at the heart interconnected.
Danny puts it all out, all the time, no matter what. I feel like we're the same in so many different ways, like the way we see skateboarding, the way we approach things, the way we're creative. But when it comes to actual attack, I think that he's more of a, a sledgehammer.
They come to X Games as close friends and even closer competitors. The Impressionist versus Mr. Unbreakable.
This thing is a beautiful monster, and I can guarantee you, friends at home, you will see nothing that resembles anything like this at the Olympics.
A year ago, it was as scary as it gets.
This man is an all or nothing
Boom.
skater with last year's silver medal.
Shoes off,
from X Games 13
lights out.
to the slam scene around the world.
Fast forward 365,
And show your respect, Staples Center,
Jake returns.
Mr. Jake Brown.
Jake Brown, the man that no doubt everyone here in LA has come to see tonight, his exciting return. It doesn't even seem real, Chris, that he's here.
There's 720. Oh, he's gone!
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh! Oh man, that was the heaviest slam we've ever seen.
His shoes, did you see that? What are they built from in Sydney, Australia, that he is walking right now after that slam? The man fell from the sky over 50 feet.
It's like he jumped out of a building. He jumped out of a building and he landed on the sidewalk, and now he's walking away.
When Jake Brown first walked into the building on Tuesday for practice, everybody just sort of paused and stopped because it was hard to comprehend that, all right, he really is going to go for it again after the heaviest slam in history.
Jake
I got
Brown.
chicken skin, Chris. I got chicken skin.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Jake coming in, hitting the kicker on the right, 70-foot, mute 360, looking a little unsettled in the landing, but just recovering into a massive 540 McTwist.
And just like his t-shirt says, he laced it. Absolutely laced it, Chris.
Unbelievable. Jake Brown just shaking his demons off, telling Staples Center and the world, I'm back.
skateboarding big red sound from last year. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you Bob Burnquist.
He's dropping in, switch to the 70.
What?
Whoa! Human lawn dart.
Bob is capable of doing the most unusual falls. Bob will put his body in such precarious positions and somehow come out of it okay. No one else falls like that.
Danny Way, he did not compete last year, but he's never lost. 3-time gold medalist in this event, and Danny has had a rough practice.
Backflip rocket air, he's got it, he recovered. Allen 5 foot. Oh my God. Oh man. He hit the coping so hard.
As you can see, Medical straight there with Danny.
It was a very unusual fall on this ramp. I could not detect that he was over the lip like that, and he clipped to the lip coming in.
It goes to show you the absolute precision that is necessary in this sport. It's why these guys train as hard as they do day in and day out for this thing. These guys are the farthest thing from anything that resembles stuntmen.
Ooh. Kind of speechless. I don't know how in the universe he could come back from that.
Danny's one of these guys that he's probably more disappointed that he can't keep going than he is with the injury.
If I said that Danny Way is Jake Brown's idol, that would probably be an understatement. He is our leader right now.
Backside ollie 360. He was a little off axis. I'd rather see Jake step away than hang on.
You know he's going into the tunnel right now to check on his boy.
Where is it? I think it's on here.
Not this time.
Dude, they won't even let us in to see Danny. Like, they've got the door locked, so I have no idea what's going on. I don't know. That's not a good thing. It's alright, is it?
How do you handle it mentally? I mean, no one really
I didn't see the fall, so it sounds like it was ballistic, so not seeing it makes it, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know what to imagine. I'm just trying to imagine that it wasn't so bad and he's going to be walking back up here and taking another run in here.
Did you hear anything about it? I just heard maybe a broken foot, but I mean, I don't know, landing on your feet like that, that's like the worst. It's like, he's got worst case, there's two worst case scenarios, land flat or land on the deck like that.
Flat or deck?
Just
and the deck is a sharp edge, so those lines are already 5 to 5.
How did the vibe stay positive the rest of the night? Just, you know, keep going.
When's my run? I gotta get back.
You gonna go to the top?
Where's my elbow pads? Where are they at with the run?
Do you take this?
Who's going? Where are they at? We're pretty much close to done. So we keep done with the contest? I missed the run?
No way.
It ain't over. Hey, Bob, is he going to come back up? Oh, he'll come. Are you kidding me? Danny? I mean, I'm smiling, but I mean, I should be crying, dude. That's like, I've never seen someone slam so many times. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, he'll come back up today. I don't know if he'll walk tomorrow.
This is unbelievable to see. Danny is pushing it. He's not just making it, he's trying to do his hardest tricks. I just can't believe that Danny's doing this.
He eats, sleeps, and bleeds skateboarding, and this is a testament to it. Come on, Danny. Make this one safe.
What? Oh my gosh, Danny Wayne!
What in the world?
Are you kidding me? I cannot believe what I just saw. Danny Wayne coming back from one of the worst slams we've ever seen, destroying his foot, coming straight from medical, no opportunity to warm up or stretch, goes into a backflip over the gap, into a melon 540, the same trick he just destroyed himself on.
I'm in shock. I'm in shock.com. Log on.
Danny rolled, and Danny made his run, you know? I mean, I kind of expected, as soon as I saw him go down, I'm like, that's going to be tough to come back, but I never count Danny out. It's like, he'll come back. I mean, he jumped the wall of China with a broken foot. This is like, what? All right, backflip to 5 real quick, you know? Danny, you're insane, dude. Thank you.
One of the gnarliest slams that we have seen here, clipping your legs. How were you able to muster up the strength to even come back out here and then take another run?
That's a good question, man. I don't know what it is. It lives inside me, but it has a lot of determination. It's a fire that just keeps burning.
Now that's some serious determination. When you were laying there, what exactly was hurting on your body?
I think my foot's broken and my shoulder and my back. Everything feels pretty broke right now. The doctor tried to get me to not skate, and I basically told him he's going to have to fight me.
I don't think the doctor knows what X Games is all about. Are you going to be able to take your 4th and 5th run?
I'm taking every run.
Ollie 360 is looking very smooth. He's on it. Oh my gosh, Jake Brown, what a performance!
He's looking right now going, do you know how low I just landed and didn't slam?
Wow! What a contest this is. These guys are putting it all on the line.
This is the heaviest thing I've ever called, been a part of calling in my life. I can't even believe that we're getting paid for this.
I'm in pain. I don't know, man. I'm just like trying to just 2 more runs and then I can take 2 months off, whatever it takes.
What do you remember?
Not much. It's like a fireworks.
Bob Burnquist coming in.
Defending gold medalist.
Switch.
Oh my God.
Flip, making it somehow. Oh my gosh. Bob Burnquist. I cannot believe the runs these guys are putting down.
Back to back to back. These guys feeding off each other.
This is to the point where I'm getting terrified. I'm holding my breath every time these guys hit that ramp. I'm freaking out.
Well, this is what they do the hard work for, is for nights like these, and you who are tuned in right now are getting the treat of a lifetime. Jake Brown just took first from Danny Way, but watch what Bob just did.
He's dropping in backwards. Switch, kick flip, getting it back on his feet. That looks like a bail. That was amazing. And then look how high this is, and he just barely sucks it up, landing in a squat. Somehow his leg's able to survive that compression.
Here comes a big score. Lead change, just like that. Woo! It is a battle in big air of dramatic proportions.
Whoa, Indy nosebone backflip.
Varial
Big
5.
twist, varial. Oh!
Oh, man. Dude, Danny's one of my biggest heroes. Dude, that guy, he took skate to the next level. It's tough. You have that option. You can bail out, and the guy never does, man. He just goes for it. Sticks that stuff.
I cannot believe he tried to make that trick. His foot was off. He went down hard, obviously. You can see his helmet shift, so it looks like it hit his head.
Man, it seems like Mega Ramp's all about the emotional roller coaster. I'm starting to get used to it a little bit, but I don't like seeing my buddies go down that hard.
What do you think the medical guy is saying to Danny right there?
Yeah, Danny! He's walking off right now. I guarantee you that guy's got some broken bones right now.
This is incredible. Jake Brown, professional bridesmaid. That guy needs a gold medal. He's got something else that he wants to get done here, and that's get gold.
The 720 he made last year was the only 720 that's ever been made over the 70-footer. Not getting it.
One more run for Jake.
Going for the front flip. Not quite able to get around.
But what a night it has been, and Danny Way just ignited a drama festival.
Talk about mind over matter. That's Danny Way. And this is a lesson in determination.
His last run. Will he pull something out of the stops on a body that is clearly broken to somehow reclaim first place?
Got the backflip. Oh no. He's got it!
There's a varial 5! What are you?
making that, and he pulled it in. I was holding my breath on that.
Oh my God! What spaceship did this dude land from? There is no can't in Danny Way. There's
Absolutely
no can't.
not. I am in awe of Danny Way tonight. Backflip, poking the nose out when he's upside down, spotting the landing. It's a 540 with a barrel. His feet are in the wrong position, and he just made it anyway. Danny Way is just teaching us lessons.
And a 94! Danny Way just jumped back into first place!
This has been an absolute roller coaster.
How many fingers am I holding up? Why keep going? Is staying undefeated really that important to you?
No, it's more my passion for skateboarding and proving to myself that, you know, I mean, part of the challenge sometimes is battling the injuries, and you know, it's always gratifying to prove to yourself or to push the human potential as far as how much abuse you can take and come back from. And you know, you look at other aspects in your life and you can apply that, like, well, look what I got through before and look what I got to deal with now. And it's just motivational to look back and have that kind of, you know, thing under your belt.
Jacobs Brown.
The tricks we've seen him make so far, these are firsts since coming back.
Right.
That 360 ollie, that's a first. We're going to see him go for the 720 right now. Not kidding around. It's amazing. Jake Brown, I said it when he got here. I said if he just makes a run, I don't care what place he's in, that's a victory for Jake Brown.
And here we are. Last year, Bob Burnquist found himself behind the bubble and won on this, his final and fifth run. He took out Jake with that run. Is he going to take out Danny Way?
Bob is a fierce competitor.
Right now, coming in switch.
Switch. Backside 180 ollie. Oh
no.
my gosh. Oh my gosh, Bob Burnquist!
An Indy backside
Indy 360.
20 feet.
What? 20 feet. Some of you may be watching at home and thinking, well, an Indy 360, what was that? It is so difficult to do a 360 and land backwards.
Oh, man. Everybody, can you imagine the judges right now? How? What? Danny's going, oh, wow. That was heavy.
I think if I was a judge, I might just say I quit right now. I can't decide.
Take a look.
Dropping in backwards, Bob. Coming in. We haven't seen him do this all night. Switch backside 180 ollie. No grab there. Into a Indy 360. The highest one ever done, ever.
He's coming in completely blind at 20 feet on the way back down. Oh, man, look at these guys, man. The warm embrace to competitors and friends and band members. What's the score going to be?
I think it comes down to, can the judges comprehend how difficult that was, and how do you compare that to Danny? Gold medal, Bob Burnquist!
Does it again!
Bob Rob Burnquist brought to tears.
Think of the greatest games in history, the greatest matches and duels. And this, my friends, is one for the books. Unforgettable.
Then I scratch the surface in the mouth of hell, running down the surface in the blood I fell. Well, I just wanna see the lights, and I don't wanna lose my sight. Well, I just wanna see the lights, and I need to know what's worth the fight. So I've been wasted, pills and alcohol, and I've been chasing down the pool halls. Then I drank the water from a hurricane, and I set a fire just to see the flame. Well, I just wanna see the lights, and I don't wanna lose my sight. Well, I just wanna see the lights, and I need to know what's worth the fight. Well, I crossed the desert, reaching higher ground. Then I found the pavement to take the lights down. But it's gone forever, never too late. Where the ever after is in the hands of fate. Well, I just wanna see the lights, and I don't wanna lose my sight. Well, I just wanna see the lights, and I need to know what's worth the
I'm in 3D. I'm in 3D, baby. It's crazy.
So talk about like how much.
What D I'm in? Free.
Free.